decide we want to do, then that's up to you guys.
Well, I guess my question to you, Tim,
that.
is, do you think that that was right? Do you think what he has done is right? It's a plain and simple question.
Do I think that he has used the equipment without paying for it? I didn't know he did not pay for it.
But then again, this is what my issue is as you as the head of the departments, you as his boss, that should have been something that you should have verified, in my honest opinion. But the point still remains, he has not paid a dime for this equipment. He has used this equipment during the hours that he is supposed to be putting in for the town, not to mention collecting overtime.
How many hours during the day?
Or
He works 8 hours a day for the town.
You can verify those 8 hours a day.
He writes it on his time card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't follow him around. I'm not.
We discussed this as far as use of equipment when we discussed the cop car.
When we discussed what?
The cop car being used. And Kirsten was very clear that you do not use town equipment.
The cop car was used so he was going and checking the water and the sewer and...
No, the cop car that was being driven to Laurel by his buddy.
Yes.
And it was
because
just...
his car was broke down and he needed a way home. I told him he could take it
and
go
you
home.
did not have the authority, and Kirsten and us, we discussed this at that meeting. It's town equipment.
I remember that. Okay, not a problem. Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Mike?
No, you're not going to take what we say, so.
I'd like to say something.
But I am going to have a talk with him. So.
We'll ask for receipt for the gravel or for time or something. You have receipt. Where'd you get the gravel?
That were the ones that had the city red gravel.
Right.
Yeah. Unless he was getting it the same place he got the other. But
Well, he did,
that's
but it was
something
out of
that
the
we
same pile.
do.
Well, if he got it, then where was he storing it? Receipts.
Okay.
I'd like to say something.
What have you got to say, Mr. Eldon?
I have something to say, and I think that the illegality of this is obvious. It's also very obvious that you really don't care. And I think, quite frankly, that if you're going to avoid something as blatant as this, that you should resign right now. It's so obvious. We got to have responsible leadership who backs the law, who takes care of employees, who actually cares about the citizenry, cares about the taxpayers, actually cares about what's going on in this town. I've seen no evidence of it, and this what's going on right now is a really good example. You need to resign.
Well, that's not going to happen, Mr. Burley.
Well, then maybe the
So,
law enforcement should take
what I
care
am
of
going
it.
to do is talk to him, and we'll discuss it, and maybe we'll get the attorney involved, but that depends on how that goes. I'm not going to condemn anybody, and that's what you're asking me to do. And that's not going to happen.
I asked you to look at the evidence.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
It has nothing to do with him. Look at the evidence that was presented. The evidence is plain and clear. He's not paid a single dime. And he's used this equipment blatantly.
So that's what we're going to discuss. And we'll go from there. And that's where we're going to leave it. Agenda minutes. approve the minutes for 09/05/24 budget meeting.
We can do the whole consent agenda in
Do
one
the whole
motion.
thing at once?
Yep, you can do that whole thing.
Okay, budget approved minutes for budget meeting 09/05/24, regular meeting minutes for 09/09/24, special meeting 09/17/24, special meeting for 09/30/24.
And the claims and payroll summary can all
And
be in one
claims.
motion.
Claims and payroll summary and journal vouchers.
And we didn't have any journal vouchers to present. I'm working on some, but they're not done yet, so there aren't any on this one.
Okay. You have a motion?
I do have one quick question before you do this on the claims. What boots are we paying for?
What?
Boots are we paying for?
I told him that he could buy a pair of boots that were good enough to work in, not having to wear a pair of tennis shoes when he's working.
How about long pants?
I'm authorized to spend $1,500.
I just was asking, I just see
That's
there's
what it was.
three entries in here for boots. Is that because it's broke out, Kirsten?
What,
The
say that
boots
again?
entry in here?
That's what, I was just looking, I don't think we brought ours. I have yours. Yeah, I think we left ours sitting in there. Which claim is it?
I don't know, it's on page 2 of 7. I just noticed there's 3.
Oh, because we broke them out between the, like, sewer, water.
Okay, that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I was
Yes,
asking. Okay.
sorry. I didn't know what we were talking about. Yeah, so we paid them out of 3 separate places, water fund, sewer fund, and general fund.
Okay.
That's why you see it listed 3 times, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when we break it out by fund, you have to list it 3 times.
Okay.
And the other ones, like the chainsaw down below, it's listed 3 times, the same thing, it's taken out of several places.
I have a question. Were we charged for the damage to the porta pot?
Usually when they're those get it, their insurance covers it just because there's so
Okay.
much
I didn't-
repeating that happens. Those
Okay,
times.
it just said 285, and I thought we paid
Well,
that
that's-
monthly, and I
yeah.
thought, whoa, that's a lot.
Is that more than we pay monthly? Because I thought that was a large amount too,
I
but
think
we
you did
didn't
mention
go
that.
back and look at the previous ones, that was just the invoice, so we paid it.
So I'm like, did we miss a month or what? And I didn't go back and look through the bills, so.
I feel like it was on last month's claims. so
Yeah, I
don't
thought
think
it
we
was,
missed a month.
and so I thought that was it was one porta pot.
No, I think this was 2 porta potties. And then
Why do we still have 2?
and then one
No.
was taken off.
We should just have one.
Just because well, like
Because the
there's
one
usually
at the
one ball
ballpark,
field.
the ones at the ballpark were taken out.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check.
I didn't actually look at that invoice while
Okay,
she was
sorry.
entering it, so I didn't see
I don't
the
know if
actual
that was like
invoice.
into the summer wrap up or what.
Yes, you got a question?
I have just recommendation, if, not that I have a problem with the boots thing, but I just recommend putting in a policy that's typically on most companies I've worked for is just do a policy that's $150, but it would have to be a safety toe type shoe, not just a standard work shoe or something. To benefit the town having it in a safety aspect, you just have a policy that says, hey, each year you're adequate to $150, whatever. Just recommendation.
No?
I moved to consent the agenda then.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second, consent the agendas, the minutes, and the claims, and the payroll summary. All in favor?
Right.
Okay. Town attorney, Mr. Dennis.
Nothing to update.
Yeah, that's-
Or questions for me? Does anybody have questions?
No, it was good to see you in West Yellowstone.
I know.
No questions? Okay. Public Works Director, Marcus is in a football game tonight.
He did leave me a list. He's gonna run and get it 'cause I forgot to bring it. He wrote down some notes. I don't know if you want to hear those or.
Yep.
So he said paving this week, working with the DEQ to correct fines, finished asphalt by tracks and East River Street, hot mix probably, finished trees on Main Street, send out notices. So that's what they
You're looking at maybe shutting the water off sometime this week to work on the main valve of the water tank. We don't know the exact date yet.
Is that gonna be a contractor or is that us?
That's contractor. Yes.
Hey, FYI, school's out Thursday and Friday, so you're gonna have more kids at home Thursday and Friday for that water outage.
Another thing too is paving down here by the railroad tracks. I'd wait till after beet harvest. You're gonna have beet trucks crossing through there. They're shut down until Thursday from digging beets. They can start digging again on Thursday, but I know we come, my dad, our truck drivers come East River Street and then they go towards the Bridger Dump and it's gonna just tear that right up again with the heavy trucks.
Okay, I will let him know. Town clerk, Michelle.
I don't think I have anything.
Okay, next date for our meeting is
It'd be November 11th, but that's Veterans Day.
Oh, it's another holiday.
Yeah.
Mhm. We're moving our board meeting because our superintendent will be just getting back from vacation, so.
So we can have a vote.
What can Dennison do?
Anytime.
Anytime?
Anytime.
So we could do
I'm
the
running.
Tuesday?
We could do Tuesday afterwards.
I could go
The
on
12th?
11th, but
The
I can't
12th?
go on the
Probably,
12th.
yeah. Unless something terrible happens, I'm free.
Okay, just because there's a lot of that
Kirsten's
stuff
not
on there
available.
about policies
I
and
can't be here on the
resolutions.
12th, but that doesn't, but I think you
Well,
could be
that's-
okay by
Okay.
then.
We could do it the next
I mean,
week,
you could,
Kristen's important. You're important.
well.
I said you're
Yeah,
important.
thank you. But,
Yes,
I
she
mean,
is.
really, I don't know what all's gonna be on that, but you'd probably be all right by yourself, I think. So, I have school board meeting that night, so I have to be in.
Technically, I have another meeting that night too, that I was gonna
Okay.
skip, but I mean, it would be,
So
it'd
the,
be
so
better.
the following Monday would be
The following
better?
better would be better for me.
Yeah.
Let's, do you guys have objections to
I
following
agree.
Monday that work for Dennison?
Yeah, I'm good with that. One thing, guess I should have brought it up at a different point, but after it seemed Veterans deal, so with the construction outfit that's doing all the work, you know, they have the signs on the highway that they put up, call the volunteers that put the cans in there to staff with flags and all that stuff. A lot of those got trashed by equipment, and I don't know if that's something that we can reach out to them and at least just get the product back or something.
Mhm.
I don't know, or we can talk to their superintendent
I
or
can
something.
text them tonight
If you
and
know that-
tell them that they need to go down there and check them.
Cause I guess there's like
And-
coffee cans or something or something.
Yeah, they put cement in
Mhm.
coffee cans. I'll text them
Yeah, it wasn't a
tonight.
real elaborate deal, but I mean, that was pretty neat when it's all up and running. And
Yeah,
just see
yeah.
what that's about.
Yeah,
They
well,
put a
with
lot
the
of
fix.
work into it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So the only thing is though, you're going to have to notify Sumis's because we told them the second
Oh.
Monday and it'll be the third Monday.
That actually gives them a little bit more time. That might actually be helpful without pushing all the way to December,
And
so.
here's the deal, we do have to have the attorney here. I don't wanna do it without Dennison here. So,
The variance,
yeah, you're important.
I'm not, you know.
You're, well, like
Yeah,
that.
'cause those people are really wanting to get this done so that they can finish that and get winterized.
But I don't know that a week would, cause we were discussing a timeline with them and we pretty much have to have it back from them by about the 23rd, so that's barely over a week to get it into the newspaper on time, but that would actually push it to more like the 30th. That would give them a hair extra time without pushing the meeting all the way to December, 'cause that's what I told them, if we don't have it on time, then you're looking at December. And so that may be advantageous for them. give them a little bit more time.
So you're
Well-
saying the 18th of November?
Yeah, because that's what works for Dennison, and I'm sorry, I do want the attorney here.
We
That's
moved the meeting date to 11/18/24 at 7 o'clock.
I second it.
You might wanna call them and let them know the variance application.
Is this going to be a public meeting?
If they get the variance application in and they don't have all the signatures, it would be a public meeting that would be noticed. But
I mean, in Bridger, I generally do the public hearings at like 6:30 and then have the decision made at the regular meeting at 7 on the agenda.
that works.
So,
I
if
think
you
we
guys
go with
want
that.
something different, we could do
Yeah.
the public hearing and the decision on that specific thing all at the meeting prior, if you would rather, but either way, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, let's do that.
In the same meeting?
Do the whole thing
Okay.
beforehand,
Yeah.
so they can be done.
6:30 and
Or
a
six.
public meeting at 7
6:30?
o'clock.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if you think it's gonna be a lot, you might wanna
I
do
just
6,
11/11,
but I don't know. I don't know what to anticipate.
November 11th,
The 3rd, no, it'll be the 3rd.
The 18th. The 18th.
18th.
or the 18th.
Just about
Okay.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a date. Adjourned. We have a motion and a second to adjourn.
8:30.
I second it.
We have a motion second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.